This man received orders from his leader. He came to Earth as a black mist. She raised her hands upward. All the fallen snowflakes turned into frost and instantly floated up to become hail. Suddenly, the man waved his hand. All the hailstones fell on the crowd. People ran away in panic. It turns out that the man is here to kill this family. Luckily, the bodyguard was smart enough to drive a car. They started the car and tried to leave. Then the man made more hailstones. He waved his hand and smashed the hailstones on the car. The car was stopped by the man in the alley. The bodyguard stopped the car and told the others to leave. He gets out of the car and stops the man. The bodyguard took out a machine gun from the trunk and aimed it at the man. The man sees the gun. He turns into a puff of smoke and drifts into the house. The bodyguard chases him into the house. The man suddenly appears behind the bodyguard. The bodyguard tried to shoot him, but the gun was frozen into ice by the man. The man punched the gun and shattered it into pieces. The bodyguard lost his machine gun and had to keep getting hit. The man keeps using his kung fu to attack. The bodyguard was powerless to fight back. In the end, the man frowned the bodyguard's hands into ice. He punched the bodyguard's hands into pieces. This man frowns the bodyguard's hands. He breaks his hands with a single blow. The bodyguard is incapable of resisting. The man kills the bodyguard with a gentle push. The bodyguard's protector arrived home safely. Suddenly, the lights in the house went out. The man was smashed into the room. A stealthy monster attacked him. The woman shot and shot. She pulled out the daggers and threw them at the monster. She accidentally stabbed another man in the leg. The monster pulled out the daggers with its mouth. The daggers melted when it bit them. The monster is stealthy and ready to attack again. The woman was knocked away by the monster. A man with an axe tries to help. The man keeps swinging his dagger. The stealthy monster still knocked her away. At that moment, another man lighted a stick and hit the monster with his dagger. The monster appeared in the heat. The wounded monster was completely enraged. Several men fought with the monster. The battle was fierce. The monster was lying on the ground and suddenly stuck out its tongue and tied it to the men's necks. It opened its mouth to eat the man. At that moment, the woman caught the dagger. She jumped over and stabbed the monster in the heart. The man took the opportunity to rip out the monster's heart. The man's wife and son were frozen into ice sculptures, kneeling on the ground. Heartbroken, the man realizes that the killer hasn't left yet. He drew his weapon and prepared to avenge his family's death. He realized that there were too many killers. He could only tie the dagger with a rope. The man kept waving the dagger. He killed all the killers around him. Suddenly found the leader of the killers sitting under a tree. The man rushed to the leader of the killers. The assassin grabbed the dagger and stabbed him to death. Finally, the man turned into a ball of flame and disappeared. The man awakened his power. He found the leader of the assassins. The man took off his mask. His eyes were filled with hatred. The leader of the assassins knew that the man had awakened his power. Slowly drew his ice skates. He was ready to fight with the man. The killer stepped on the ground and a wall of ice appeared. The man threw out his flying dagger. The killer dodged it. The man pulled the chain of the knife. The man pulls the chain of the knife and throws the killer to the ground. The killer drew circles on the ground with his ice skates, instantly freezing the man's legs. The man stretched out his hand and lit a flame. He smashes the flame into the ground to break the ice. The man took off his mask and breathed fire. He killed the leader of the assassins.